WWE 2K24 upcoming DLC pack and next patch update have a high chance of keeping players on the game for the remaining of the year if they take action into a couple of crucial problems. Not only that, but we also have more content found that will be in the game throughout the year. Now before we dive right into today's video, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me. Also subscribe to the channel as well because it does help out the channel a lot. Like I always say, let me quit wasting you guys' time and let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. So as you guys can see on the screen right here, coming from Witty Witterson over there on X, he did find some more Persona cards that will be making its way into WWE 2K24 throughout the year. So we have John Cena, Undertaker HBK, Elite Ultimate Warrior, as well as Shawn Michaels Hogan. Now you guys might be asking yourself, what is a John Cena? What is Undertaker HBK? What is Elite Ultimate Warrior? What is even a Shawn Michaels Hogan? Well, to break it down to you guys, for John Cena, this is basically his house show gimmick that he does when he goes to Mexico. So we seen him do this back in 2019 when he was with the Lucha House Party, and I believe he also did this back in 2010 or 11 when he was going up against The Miz. So this is a Persona card that will be making his way into the game based off the find from Witty Witterson. Now when it comes to Undertaker HBK, I'm not too sure, so somebody in the comment section down below, let me know when did Undertaker impersonate HBK. Now when it comes to Elite Ultimate Warrior, this is once again a action figure of Ultimate Warrior that we will be getting in a Persona card form most likely. And for Shawn Michaels Hogan, this is when Shawn Michaels impersonated Hulk Hogan before their match at SummerSlam back in 2005. So this is the rundown on all these Persona cards that will be coming in WWE 2K24. We don't have a time date on it, but based off this find from Witty Witterson, we can expect these cards coming in the game most likely sooner than later. Now moving on to the upcoming DLC pack, which is the Global Superstars pack, which is set to be released on September 18th, which includes Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, Michelle McCool, Carlito, Kairi Sane, Lyra Valkyria, Dragon Lee, as well as My Affection content, which is Superstar cards. And as we all know, this is the most anticipated DLC pack of them all. And not only that, but we also know that a couple of the superstars that is featured in this pack were previously featured in WWE 2K games before, or WWE games in general, beside Jade Cargill, because her last appearance in a video game was all the way back in AEW Fight Forever. Now when it comes to Nia Jax, we last seen her in WWE 2K22. When it comes to Michelle McCool, we seen her back when the game was just titled like WWE 12 or WWE 13, but she was last featured in WWE 12 if I'm not mistaken. When it comes to Carlito, he goes all the way back into the SmackDown vs. Raw series, which we last seen them in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. And when it comes to Kairi Sane, I believe her last appearance in a WWE 2K game was back in WWE 2K20, which is a game we should never speak of after this video. But besides that, we also have Lyra Valkyria and Dragon Lee, which these superstars are making their debut into the 2K franchise. Now we also are getting My Affection content, like I said earlier, which is going to be superstar cards. So if you do play My Affection, you are going to want to pick up those cards, because I do believe they will be some sort of like probably Ruby, Jade Cargill, if not like a Diamond, Nia Jax, you know, all of the cards that we basically get every time they drop the DLC superstars in the DLC pack. But anyway, let me know in the comment section down below, are you excited for this DLC pack? Will this DLC pack keep you playing the game throughout the year? Because we also know that Carlito Apple will also be available as a weapon. And I did see on Twitter that you can actually probably bite the apple and spit it out on your opponent, because we did see a chunk of it. If you go to like Joe Mashup X or his Twitter account, you will see all of that stuff. But anyway, let me know in the comment section down below, are you excited for this DLC pack? Which superstar will you be playing with the most out of all of these superstars in this DLC pack? But finally, let's go ahead and move on to what WWE 2K need to fix in the next patch update in order to keep players playing this game throughout the year. And the first thing is online stability. Now, as you guys all know, every time WWE 2K drop a patch update, they like to drop the patch notes like a little bit after, like I'm gonna say about 30 minutes after. And the first thing it always says is online stability has been fixed. Now we all know that is a lie, because basically every time we get the patch updates, or all of these patch updates in general, online still don't work correctly. Because as you guys can see right here as well, for example, right now in the game, if you load into the community creations and you like basically want to go to the next page, or if you just load into it in general, you get hit with a long loading screen which can be frustrating for a lot of players, because I know I'll be frustrated with it because I'm trying to get, download something I want real quick so I can go into the next thing I want to do after I leave this screen right here. But with it just taking so long to load in, I have to wait and wait and wait, and then after that I just want to go ahead and press the O button or the B button, whatever console you on, to back out of it and just say forget it. I'm just gonna hop off because it's taking like at least 5 minutes of my time just on a loading screen. So the next patch update needs to fix that, and that is just only one part of the online stability that it needs to fix. Now going to the second part of the online stability is online matches. Now I know a lot of people are still saying that once they go into an online match, it either kicks them out before they even get into the match, or it just doesn't load in from the jump at all when you want to select your superstars and all of that. Now that is another problem because, like I said, the online matches is the mode that people are going to go to stay on this game for hours and hours, because my faction right now, people are 50-50 on, although my faction do have its ups and its downs sometimes, but that is the mode that people are 50-50 on. So if WWE 2K can just go in and fix those servers for online matches and let it run smoothly for a lot of players that will be on this game for most likely throughout the year, because the game is not bad, it's just the servers be down and people don't want to deal with that every time they log into the game. Now the second thing that the patch update need to fix is the deletion utility. Now I made a video about this 2 times, which What's the Status gave us a method that we can use for the deletion utility, and the second video I made was when a supporter of the channel gave us a tutorial or like a little script of what they use for the deletion utility. Now a lot of people are still telling me those don't work, the game crashes when they use those methods. So 2K should just go in and fix that right there in general, because I know a lot of people want to delete a lot of things because a lot of images causes a lot of problems and they can't manually delete it because the game was shut down, crashes, or even delete things that they already download. So 2K next patch update need to fix that as well, because that can make people frustrated with the game as well. Now before we head out of here, I do want to go over 4 more things that people did say need to be fixed in the next patch update. Now if you don't see your name or your comment on the screen, that is because it is basically replicated, or I already went over it when I was talking about the online stability, because I already know that was a major one, so I had to get that out the way first. But as we can see right here, coming from Meep 4 times, he said no more ball calls, some love for Universe, add some more NXT stars, make the rivalry system more realistic, update the calendar so it is easier to choose to put PLEs on Saturday and or Sunday. And this comment also had 2 replies to it and 19 likes, so I feel like this was the most liked one. But to answer the first part, which is no more ball calls, they should drop something for that, but knowing 2K, they probably wouldn't, and the reason for that being is because if they did, it would probably mess something else up in the game. So I would just advise you to manually go put on the hairs or whatever was removed from the head of the superstar, or the facial hairs if it's a male superstar, back onto the superstar if you know how it looks, because it's not going to get fixed in the next patch update most likely, because like I said, it most likely will cause a lot of other issues. Now for your second part, which is some love for Universe, which is basically saying you want them to show more love for Universe and add some NXT superstars as well. I feel like NXT superstars being added into this game is not going to happen. Now if Lyra Valkyria and Dragon Lee was still in NXT, that would count, but they are on the main roster, and Universe mode probably won't get touched this year, because that is something that they would have to like go in and do, and that can cause a lot of issues if they did that as well. And that goes to answer the rivalry system question as well. And when you say update the calendar, that won't get fixed. Hopefully we see that in WWE 2K25 though, because that would be nice. And if they do that, hopefully they just go in all together and fix Universe mode as a whole. But yeah, that's to answer all your questions right there. And yeah, I would like to see them fix the ball calls, but like I said, that could potentially cause problems in other areas of the game. Now up next, coming from Devin Santiago, he said give us the Usos theme and Bloodline victory motion from WWE 2K23 and add more Persona cards in the card market. To answer the first part, which is give us the Usos theme and Bloodline victory motion from WWE 2K23, I feel like I could see WWE 2K potentially adding that in only if the Bloodline was to actually get back together on screen in the WWE. Now, if that's not the case, I feel like that could potentially not happen. Well, actually, it most likely could happen because we did see earlier this year the Usos theme is actually in the game files, because I did make a video about that like probably 3 months ago on how you can get the Usos theme, but it probably won't be on community creations right now. It most likely is taken down. But yeah, like I said, if they were to get back together on screen, I could see WWE 2K adding that. And when it comes to the Persona cards in the card market, we already know that they are adding in a lot of Persona cards throughout the year from all of the reveals coming from Whitty Witterson. Huge shout out to him. Now next, coming from Daniel Stops, he says image clipping, where you have other images replacing other images that you download. Now this is a problem that's been happening in the game potentially ever since the game was released, because as you guys can see right here in this clip as I am showing, this CM Punk car has a SummerSlam image that is on it that I did download. And if you don't know, this is a old video because this is before we even got the ECW Punk pack that was released, and I had to download a CM Punk car, which is shout out to the creator for creating this CM Punk car. But anyways, yo, and as you guys can see right here for the AJ Styles one, images clipping on to his face, which is majorly huge disappointment. I had to go through this, and I am still going through this with other cars as well. So hopefully, like you said, the next patch up they need to fix this, because this is a major issue and people don't like seeing images all over other images where they aren't supposed to be. Now last but not least, this is a huge one that I see a lot, that is coming from Upcoming Gamer 70. He said Brock Lesnar. Simple. He said Brock Lesnar, that's all he want in the game. Now when it comes to Brock Lesnar, you might as well just wrap it up, go ahead and put it in a GIF and pack it up back where you got it from, because it's not happening this year. Brock Lesnar will not be in WWE 2K24, unfortunately. Now, anything can change. Now, don't take my word for it. I'm just giving them what I think. I feel like he would probably not be in this game. What's the point of adding him in? We almost finna be halfway done with this game. Just, you know, bring him in next game and have people more excited for that game. You know how it go. But anyways, Flex Action here, keeping you guys posted with a lot of WWE 2K24 news, rumors, leaks, DLCs, as well as updates. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button for me. Also subscribe to the channel as well, because it does help out the channel a lot. And if you made it this far into the video, go ahead and comment I made it this far. But anyways, Flex Action signing off, y'all. Peace.